Also,
You guys tried the. Then should we just? No, but Jaya speaks very softly, so.
oh no, I think I can be little louder.
This is good.
This should,
No, that's okay.
this is fine, right? Can hear me. Are you able to get it? Load it? No? Uh,
Hmm.
is it loading fine?
Yes, it's
Okay.
loaded. Yeah.
Great.
The link I posted in the group.
Okay. How many are you getting right? I got some wrong myself. Can you imagine?
No, I mean, then, yeah.
Like in that the promotional sign is the second question. More than one could be. So I clicked on something and then it's like. Okay.
I can tell you more about that. It's, um,
Yeah. I think we're just having fun.
this is supposed to be fun. It's not, like
It's supposed to be like a
testing or
serious thing.
anything. It's just supposed to be
Yeah.
fun.
If you get less marks, no worries. Okay.
And some of those questions are a bit confusing. It's you might see that the answers are ambiguous, but
Yeah.
I can explain that how like why it is so.
Yeah. Some of them are almost all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let me get my phone one sec. I'll also
Yeah.
check that.
Yay.
I mean, I haven't done
Are we live?
Oh,
That's okay. Not there are not too many people listening in. Don't worry. It is something that we record anyway. For those of you who are wondering what's going on, we're actually solving a quiz that about us that Jaya has designed for us. Yeah. Who's getting how much score? Who's done for?
40.
Anvaya, you got less than Varsha. How much did you get? Okay. Who else? Some people are still doing.
What is the max score?
I don't know. I got 100. Yeah, I got 100. Proof. I got 100. It could be more than 100, huh? I don't know. How much? Oh, see, Guru's got more than me. I knew it. What else? Santosh? Still doing aga. Adityan? 80, not bad. 70. Pragadish and Divya, we will not crucify. Acha, Revti and Divya are doing together. Acha, okay. Acha, okay. Hi. Mansa, there's a quiz that we are solving. You have to scan this QR code.
I got 100.
Okay, Divya was helping you. That's why.
Man, she doesn't even know who that is.
Okay, she doesn't know. You. That means that you've not seen our website. That's what it means. Nancy, done? Okay, guys, we'll keep a time limit to this.
I know. Actually, if
Huh.
I should have made it.
You
a
should have made
contest
a-
more with timeout.
Yeah. Huh? Santosh, too slow.
So there are 14 questions. So
Huh.
yeah, you should get 140.
Guru's the winner. Hara? So far. Manasa, we'll see.
I got 130 with some cheating though, because I was trying to see if it's a reasonable quiz or not. When all of you are done, I mean, I'll tell you a bit about this quiz also.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get started now if you want.
Yeah, okay.
So, I wanted to do something that like relate to you, but I didn't have time. But so I just before coming here, I spent 10 minutes to create this quiz. So this is using, of course, Amuse Labs platform. So given a link, like Juhi said, your website link, I asked you to create a quiz, and then I added. I went to brandfetch.com where I could get your brand colors,
Okay.
and then added them to the quiz to make it look a bit more customized. And so I was actually trying to see whether the answers are correct or not. And I mean, I think one or two, I'm not sure, but there's very subtlety, the way AI kind of, generates these things. Sometimes you might have found the options are all of them, but it is, which one was that? The architecture thing, right? But when we kind of verified it. I mean, also it looks for the specific thing. So there are other options that you also work, like what let me actually bring that question here. It's which one did you find ambiguous? I mean,
I think it was a third one,
huh,
which gave at least three options which were all true.
the visual merchandising.
Yeah, that one.
Huh.
Because we do multiple things of that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then later there was a question which had all
Right.
our customers.
So, but is it? Yeah, I'll check on that. But yeah, I mean this one. Yeah, I think it was a. The second one also. It's
In two different ways.
the
Yeah.
second one also. It said the retail design dabbles in architecture, including clubhouses and other potentially. I mean, I asked it to make it little funny, so that's why it asks for haunted structure.
Haunted structure. Yeah, that's right.
And then the answer is farmhouses, right? But you also do office building.
Yeah, we do almost
but it is
everything of
looking
that.
for only the architecture part, not
Yeah,
the
not
other
the-
things. For
yes,
architecture,
yes.
you only do for farmhouses. For
Because in our website, that's the project we featured. So
Huh.
that's how.
So I
it-
think it also tells you about what the website is talking about. So if you want to make changes,
Yeah.
if you want to change your voice, you can change that from the
Yes, yes,
website. It's
yes.
so this is what I mean, this is a AI generated quiz, but this is what it is extracting from your website. This is how people are viewing, your website. So so anyway, I mean,
So how was that? Interesting. And did you realize that this is just a 10-minute job? Like it's not like you were required to scan through the website on your own and things like that, and you can just edit it. So the other proof is that AI can be tricky. Yeah, it's always good to have a human intervention and clean that
yeah,
up. Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's also true. Like you can't rely on AI, but you can get a lot of tedious, repetitive work done by AI, which kind of, yeah, saves a lot of time for you. I mean, it's so I mean, as humans, we can be more efficient. I mean, that's what it says. So maybe we can get started.
yes, I will quickly make an intro before we hop on to this. So I thought that was a lovely intro. Didn't you think that? Yeah, about what Jaya and her organization Amuse Lab does. That this is such a wonderful intro. There's a quiz just for us, Kirti, since you missed it. There's a QR code, and we solved a quiz about ourselves. That's what we were discussing. Yeah, and she tells us that it took under 10 minutes for the platform to generate that quiz. Just trawl through the data about us that is available. And she was saying that's what she was saying when you came in, that um, the errors that AI throws up is an indication for us that this is how the world is seeing us. So we need to fix that about our website as well. Yeah. So that's an interesting way of looking at it. So a very, very short word about Jaya. You can see that she is, if I may say, she's an engineering mind, right? But there's
Yeah.
a side to them and to her that they have chosen to bring the two worlds together, right? Of puzzles and games and something which is so fun and creative, and convert that into such an amazing business model, right? And I think as we walk through this, Jaya, and we can also ask her the questions. Jaya can tell us what are the applications for something like this, right? Jaya, the floor is yours. If
Mm-hmm.
there's anything that you want to walk us through, but after that, Kirti and I have lots of questions for you. So
Sure,
yeah.
sure, yeah, yeah. um, yeah, as Juhi mentioned, I mean, I actually, when I had to choose after my 12th, my cousin kind of, convinced me that, like, oh, you should do architecture. Being an architect, you can do a lot of things, and he made me meet some architects and all that. And then in my preference of colleges, I put architecture as the first one. And and then I got into this. I'm from North Karnataka, Harvard. So BVB Engineering College was, was a good college back then. And my father didn't want me to go out of home. He was very no hostel. So so I chose and I started attending the classes. And it was like, I mean, the first class, they said they put a pot and asked me to draw up the pot. And it went on, there was a lot of drawing and all that. And I said, I mean, this is not me. I mean, I had put in a lot of effort studying physics, math and chemistry. And what is this, like, the only class I enjoyed was applied mechanics, because that had some physics and math. And yeah, in 15 days I realized I'm not a creative person. I'm not like others. And so I switched to computer science. Um, so but yeah, I mean, for me that was a correct choice. My brain works in certain ways that, I can't, I mean, I really appreciate the kind of, creativity you guys bring in. It's not for everyone.
No, but that's really the purpose of Tales, that we get people who use creativity in different ways, right?
Yeah,
We use
yeah,
it in one certain way, but there are people who use it in multiple ways, and we are hoping that it's going to walk away inspired from this, because I think creativity has a million faces.
yeah,
So.
yeah, yeah. So so we started our journey about, when we started, actually I used to work for Sun Microsystems for a very long time. And then being in the Silicon Valley, I thought I should, and we were on the Stanford campus and used to attend a lot of these talks by entrepreneurs. And Then I thought, I mean, what I'm doing in this, space, it's like proprietary software, just doing the same thing again and again. So I took a bold step to quit. Although my husband was also a student back then, I said, we'll work on our savings and do something. So I started learning, new technology. I mean, that is one problem with tech. You have to be really keeping up with it all the time. And then I came across this incubator called Founder Institute in the Silicon Valley, and I became part of it and founded a company called Family Alley. So the idea there was to preserve the memories of the family, again using technology. I mean, like, you get, your on Google Photos, for example, it's sometimes pops up, saying that, oh, 1 year ago you were doing this kind of thing. So the my idea was to, gather all the pictures and posts from social media and curate them using some algorithm, and get best moments of your life. And the idea was to print it in a collage that you can, put in your home or give it as gift to others. So I started with that, and then I mean, the idea was vetted by, a lot of people in, I mean, the Silicon Valley. Like, I met with, Phil Libin of Evernote, for example, and
Okay.
he was also, I mean, you should build an app for it instead of, making it a desktop version and all that. So, but what I realized was, I mean, doing a B2C is hard. You need marketing people. You need to, how do you make your presence, that you exist. Your existence requires a lot of marketing. Then I said, I can't do that, all these things. So at that time, I wanted to, do some other things. And so my husband was working. He was doing his PhD at Stanford, and he had created a crossword game for, as a fun thing. And so I thought, we had young children, and we were all into Hindustani classical music. So we thought we'll build a multimedia crossword app to teach, children music. It's make it more fun. So that's how we started. Like, I built a Puzzle Me Raga app called Puzzle Me Raga, where the clues were audio clips, images, and YouTube videos. And you have to listen or view the video and identify the artist, or, the tune, the raga. And so it was fun to do that. So at that time we met, John Temple. He was also at Stanford. He was working with Sudhidra on some other project, and he said, this kind of puzzle is very intriguing. Like, he has been in the he was a veteran of news industry. I mean, he was managing editor of the Washington Post and many other newspapers. And he said, the news for newspapers, puzzles are diversions. I mean, we see it in all the printed newspapers, right? I mean, there's a section for puzzles and games. So, and now that, you have built this platform, we can use it to create any puzzle. Let's on sports or movies or anything. Why just, why should it be just, for vocabulary, testing your vocabulary? Because people will feel it's geeky, and they don't solve it. I mean, so that's how we thought, we'll build a kind of, YouTube for puzzles, where people can come and pick a puzzle of their choice and the topic they want, and either create it or pick someone else created puzzle and use it, for fun. So that's how we started. But yeah, puzzle creation also took time. We had a automatic, layout algorithm and all of that, but just thinking about what words to even come up with was a task. So we did a pilot with, Washington Post. They created puzzles on what what's new in the world, every week. So it was a weekly puzzle about the crossword puzzle on the topics of the what's happening in the world. And we it was like 6 months, and then, yeah, that's what happened. The journalists didn't have time to create them. So And then after some time, they came back again saying, why can't we use your software for our daily crossword puzzles? So and they wanted to make it, very native looking, like as if it is from the Washington Post and all that. So and so we developed that. So they became our, design partners. We whatever requirements they had. So and we launched it. And this puzzle was, I mean, in the US, it's the culture of puzzles is very, like everyone does it. It's a morning cup of coffee. They want to solve a puzzle. So I mean, that traffic was a lot. I mean, a lot of puzzles. It's like you can imagine, cricket stadium full of people, solving a puzzle during a day. Yeah. So that's how it was. And then, because we were on the publisher site, other publishers, magazines also saw us. And we so we built it custom for them. There was also a design element, to match their brand. And all other things. And even the content wise, they were very picky, what kind of vocabulary or what kind of cultural references they wanted to put in their puzzle. So and through that we got to know, talking about creativity, this whole community of crossword puzzle constructors. And these some of them do it as a full time job, but many of them are, just passionate about creating puzzles. They like playing with the words and culture. And and bring in, surprises and all of that. So it's and we have been still working with them. It's That's a new word we discovered, that these the people are also passionate about doing this. Since then we have been working with, a lot of publishers. These are the ones that we work with. Actually, what happened to the Washington Post was the crossword thing became so popular. And they realized, how they should kind of own it. So we kind of, said, okay, you take it on your own. And now they kind of, own it. We don't help them anymore. Okay. But we are working with, other publishers. Actually, I would recommend you. I mean, the Guardian has a very nice puzzle word wheel. It's I don't know if you have solved spelling bee on New York Times. It is similar. It's a word finding game. So it's on the app. You can try that out. And for each of them, the looks and the branding is very different. So we had to build a platform that where you can customize everything, all the messages. And of course, the fonts and colors and everything. So these are customers. I mean, you can play on any of them. The Atlantics are the hard one, but the Boston Globe is another, the fun puzzles. But on our website, we have Indian something called India mini series. These are meant for Indian audience, with a lot of Bollywood and cricket references. You can try that. I'll send a link later. Um, and we also another thing we wanted to do was, take these puzzles in different languages. So we support like 40 languages now, including Indian languages like Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Gujarati. We also do, I mean, Japanese and Korean. These are difficult, I mean, languages that are the phonetic languages. Getting them in the grid and doing the layout algorithm and all of that. That is pretty tricky. I don't think. I mean, there are not many tools which do this kind of thing. But with AI, what's happening is, it's easy for people to, like create these puzzles. I mean, we didn't have expertise to create in like Japanese, for example, but AI is able to do that now. That's So these are the types of games. Crossword is a popular one. Quiz is popular in India. Word search is, some people like it. And Sudoku is a logic game. Word flower is a word finding game. And then we have a versions of, Sudoku. One is called Picdoku, which you guys might like it. they so instead of numbers you have, you can have pictures there. So you just have to complete rows with unique pictures along the rows and columns. By the way, also, I mean, we also have jigsaw. uh,
Where is your jigsaw, son? Yes, you should get it out.
yeah. So we would like to really work, have games that appeal to different audience. Some people like words, some people like logic, and there are people who look at things visually. That's what we have, and all of them are AI powered. I mean, we are also going to launch something where you create a jigsaw, I mean, puzzle, create an image using AI and
Yeah.
make it a jigsaw. That can be fun for some people. But you can upload any pictures. I mean, for a birthday occasion, you can upload your kid's picture and make it a jigsaw and ask them to solve. So um, so we started with publishers. Now we are also expanding it to like employers and marketers. Educators have been there. People come and our early users were teachers and students. But we didn't go into edtech as such. We stayed away from that. So now for employee engagement and learning and development, we have some people using our platform, and for marketers, I can go a bit more on that. So yeah, events and competitions. So in the US, there are these crossword tournaments. One is called the American Crossword Tournament. That's a big one. It's hosted by the puzzle editor of the New York Times, Will Shorts. So we provide all the software for that. So during COVID, what happened is, I mean, they couldn't have this in person. They actually do it in a hotel in Connecticut, in a Marriott hotel. Everyone comes. It's a big, it's like a conference. Um, but during COVID, they couldn't do that. So that was the first time it was completely virtual. And we had a, because, we had this platform, they were able to do it virtually. And since then, they're doing both in person and virtual. There's also another tournament called Bosworth, in the Boston area. So that is also virtual. It's completely virtual. Once a year, they do it in person. Um, but contests have been very popular among employee engagement thing also. I mean, to kind of bring everyone together. I mean, we also have a multiplayer mode where two people can solve it together. So two groups of people, series of puzzles you solve, and that is fun. um, so we are also actually, I mean, this is something you might relate to, is we have been we have ex- we have worked with some customers on getting the puzzles in the display ads. So people, I mean, just dismiss ads, right? I mean, you see it on any web page. So that is ad blindness is what they want to avoid. Like, so we worked with uh, Netflix and Delta Airlines. They had sponsored ads through the puzzles, and we also, yeah, there were like two shows for Netflix that where they used crossword puzzles as a way for the pre promotion of the show. One was the chair, and then another one was the 0 day. Um,
Who's seen Zero Day? Not seen? I've seen Zero Day.
0 day, huh?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
good? Robert De
It's
Niro.
good. It's good.
Yeah, yeah. I need to watch it. Actually,
Yeah.
it's yeah. I'll send you the puzzle on that.
I would love
It
to
was
see that.
fun. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. So education is another thing, and actually, we also worked in between with Inadu. So over there, it's very hard to type any Indian language into the crossword grid. So it was voice based. You just utter the word, and it would fill it in.
Oh.
And okay, so I can show some examples on the website, like. Yeah, so this is the employee engagement and learning. So we're working with these companies, on that. And um, what else? Yeah. So there's a leaderboard and all those features we have developed for that. And the
That's very
actually,
interesting, right? They can combine their activities, their work activities, and you can have
yeah,
a
yeah,
contest around that. Wow.
yeah. So this is what I said with Netflix and Duolingo also. I mean, Condé Nast was a company which had those sponsored by Duolingo. They had a puzzle on Duolingo. So this is how it looks actually.
We know
This
Condé
is still
Nast. Condé Nast
it's blocked.
publishes A plus D, I think. The
Yeah,
magazine that we get,
yeah, yeah.
that's Condé
Oh,
Nast, and they do
right,
Condé
yeah.
Nast Traveler, and
They
they
have a
do
lot
four or
of
five
yeah,
magazines.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Vogue and Bon Appetit.
Yes, that's
So New
right.
Yorker is our customer.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah.
that's how we, yeah. There was a brewery company that used in the in their restaurant for and they had a contest mode. So for people who sold, they got a free beer bottle.
Oh, oh,
So
nice.
it's
Bonomi.
yeah, yeah.
Shouldn't we do that? We should recommend that they should play games like at that. Wouldn't that be fun?
um, yeah, so I mean, this is what creativity, as Juhi was saying, people like JAMA is the Journal of American Medicine. They created a lot of puzzles on related to um, you know health and other things. And this one is the cardiac cruciverbalism. So this is the way to express your creativity. I mean, that's what when Juhi said. So this crossword constructor is very very creative, and we have lots of examples actually. Maybe that's why if I had time, I would have prepared those special puzzles that these people come up with, on Halloween theme, Christmas theme. And it's not just the design having a heart in the grid. I mean, it is very difficult to do that, by the way, because you have to have words of that length and they have to intersect and all of
Yeah.
that. And not only that, I mean, they there will be a meta answer based on what you fill in,
Oh, okay.
so that's and that will be tied to the theme.
Yes, that's like
So that's
the scrambled words. That also has a meta answer. You have
yeah,
like
yeah,
one, two, three, four,
correct.
five, and
And
then
then
certain words come
yeah,
together, and then
yes,
there is a final.
right, right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So there's a lot of grid decorations. I mean, we support all of them. Like it's marked as circles with background color, or some other imagery that goes in to identify these meta answers. So yeah, it's been fun. I mean, this is like the first one is the lungs one.
Yeah, we
The
could see
other
that.
one is the nervous system and the heart. Um, so I mean, yeah, I mean, all these people. I mean, JAMA is nothing to do with crosswords, but I mean, doctors also like this kind of creativity. So I mean, there was doctor constructors who created these puzzles. Uh, yeah, I mean, this is yeah, just like for more of we can put a lot of images and all of that in these puzzles. And language learning. Um, so we have quite a few alumni in the U.S. universities who use our platform for alumni engagement. That's another. I mean, we didn't know all these use cases. By the way, just throwing the platform out for free. We came across all these.
What
Yeah,
people are.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Use cases. Yeah.
I mean, I'm floored. I've known you a while, Jaya, and not so long. But I'm like, this is the first time. Um, it's such a different approach to gaming, right? You're actually using a different part of your brain as compared to the way, if I may say, this generation knows gaming as, right? Some of those are more motor skills,
Yeah.
while this
Yeah.
is actually your real brain cells, right? Does that appeal to you guys, or how does it work? Because I know that in my generation I can find a lot of people who actually solve these games, and my father is still a big Sudoku fan. But who of you actually? Uh, when was the last you played a word game? You do it daily.
Oh, nice. Oh, Wordle? Okay, nice. Yeah. Right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Strands is also a good game. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, we have a newspaper fight at home. It's not like a little fight, but yeah, it's always that ki who will solve the Sudoku and who will solve the crossword and that word scramble and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah,
So we are still
yeah.
very paper people,
Okay.
but yeah, but we're all big fans of Scrabble and I beat everyone black and blue by the way. Anybody wants a game of Scrabble with me?
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I'm like really surprised that what I'm curious about is
Hmm.
that are you guys also, since you are a tech company, are you also tracking what's the demographic of the people who are using your platform much more? Do you see a skew towards the older generation, or how are the younger people taking
Hmm.
on to it? How is it? Is it a cultural thing that you're saying that in US there's a bigger culture while in India
Yeah,
the adoption is
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, I think the traditional crosswords like the 15 by 15 grid are solved by, like maybe 35 plus. And that is the, age group. But what we see is, it depends on, like we have these outlets, right? The audience there, it depends a lot on the audience there. Like, for example, the post, their audience were like, even 60 to 90 plus. I mean, we
Wow.
had, people who were like 90 plus writing to us about, oh, I couldn't do something with your puzzle, it didn't load properly on my Samsung tablet, or I mean, they would be using Windows 11, like IE browser, I mean, all of that. So but in Atlantic, for example, this is I mean, the constructor is also young, it's all young crowd, and the clues are also based on, more of a pop culture. And New Yorker is very, like bit, high end kind of people who are literally, I mean, who have read, a lot, and watched a lot of, movies, or listen to music and all of that. So more, that's like, yeah. So it depends on the audience,
It
and we
depends.
see that,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that varies a lot. And
Yeah, yeah. That would be a younger audience, I'm thinking.
yeah.
If you talk to celebrities and
Oh, yeah,
movies
yeah.
and
Oh, by the way, I didn't mention, there's a People magazine is one of our customers,
oh,
and it's all about, celebrities. The puzzles are about celebrities. They are really, they're very easy to solve. By the way, anybody can, all of us can solve those puzzles. So, I mean, that's what makes it, really interesting for us, like how custom these puzzles can be made
you're
based
right.
on the
How many
audience. Yeah,
axes would you operate against? The toughness based on a
yeah,
magazine's audience.
right.
Like you
Yeah,
said, like if it is people who are more inclined towards celebrities and movies,
yeah,
I'm thinking that you keep the threshold lower. And then when you get into more intellectual ones, you can actually push the
yeah,
threshold much
yeah.
higher, right? Of difficulty.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And then you're saying the brand look and feel, and then
Yeah.
the content. And
Vulture is another magazine that is, their puzzles are, they're not like 15 by 15, they're like 11 by 11, 9 by 9. They're all based on movies, actually. There's a lot of movie references there. And I mean, and also these, like New York Times has increasing difficulty, as Mondays is a easy puzzle. As the, week progresses, the puzzles become difficult. So Saturday is the hardest. The New Yorker is the opposite. They start with the hardest puzzle, and as the week progresses, it becomes easier. So all these things are also interesting, that their audience, cherish, because some of these people, they keep hopping from one side to another side solving these puzzles. It's
yeah.
By the way, I mean, there is a lot of advantages of solving these puzzles. One is, your own satisfaction, that you're that okay, you could do it. But I mean, there have been studies about, this one, Alzheimer's, or dementia. Those also, like you can keep them away if you solve these puzzles and keep your brains active, because the brain has to be exposed to there has to be a lot of stimulation as you grow older. I mean, even for younger generation now, because of, so much of this media throwing upon us, our brain is not thinking much. We are switching, context switching very fast. YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels and everything. I mean, it's a very cognitive load for the brain. We don't think about our brain at all. The colors and all that thing. It's and because of that, you don't get the deep simulation that
Yes.
needs to happen for your brain. So puzzles are one way to do that, whether it's Sudoku or whatever. It's good to engage in something, and it will keep you. And this will take like 15 to 20 minutes to solve the easier ones. So even that is good enough. I mean, and we Atlantic did a lot of survey about when people solve these puzzles. So many of them do it as a morning ritual, but there are people who do it during the afternoon after lunch. You want to stay active. I think that is mostly office goers. And then before you go to bed, as a diversion, like you're going to bed with a lot of thoughts, what happened during the daytime and all that. And suddenly now you start solving these puzzles. They will take you, you start thinking. Focus is what you get when you solve the puzzle. So you'll get good sleep. I mean, that's what I've found many people saying.
Yeah, I agree with the bedtime puzzle ritual. It really helps. Like
Right.
sometimes when you just don't want to watch a
Yeah.
drama and you just
Yeah.
solve the puzzle and then you go to bed. I think it's nice.
Yeah,
It's really, yeah.
Preeti clearly is a bedtime puzzle solver.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I do agree about the focus, and I'm going to make a controversial statement. I think for some of us who work for longer, we find that people who are not exposed to intellectual games, I'm not making like a correlation directly, but over the years I can see that see the problems have only become tougher in our jobs. Like when we design a space, we are trying to collate the brand values, we are trying to understand their customer base. Plus, we want to do our own aesthetics in a certain way, and then there is the product display. So basically, you're looking at 5, 6, 7 things that should come together, right? And that is what a lot of us. I mean, that is really our challenge. That is what a client can't do. To do something like that, you need intense focus, right? And I feel that over the years, as an older person, I can say that intense focus where you don't give up, but you keep at it
Yeah.
till you are able to connect all the dots
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
your own unique way.
Yeah.
I feel that capability is dropping. I feel like younger people, and I'm going to say that to a room full of younger people, that you're giving up earlier than you should, right? Some of these things are going to require intense focus and a prolonged, if I may use
Yeah.
the word, struggle. But
Yeah.
that struggle is what leads you to an interesting result, right? A result that nobody else has solved before. And I feel that if you are struggling with some part of this, maybe this is a fun way of exploring if you can focus for longer,
Yeah.
right? Because I think focus is really the issue. It's not your capability. I can tell you, there's a room full of very
Yeah.
intelligent, very creative
Yeah.
young people.
Yeah.
So the focus is a third dimension, which is independent of your hard work and your creativity. You may be working a long time and you may be trying to solve, but is focus an issue, right? In which case, maybe you try something that Jaya has walked us through.
Yeah, I can give you some, send some links that are fun to, solve. And because of there's also one this thing. There's a place. I don't know which place in Indranagar. Uh, I mentioned you about that
Yes.
to you, right? It's on every Tuesday of the first Tuesday of every month. They hold this. It's called Puzzle Point. So it's a group of people who come up with these puzzles which are really tough actually. And like you have to solve them like over a period of like 2 hours, 1 hour, whatever. There are multiple puzzles, and the answer for the first puzzle is in the second. Unless you solve the first one, you can't solve the second one. So they're all connected.
It's like a treasure hunt.
Yeah, it's like a treasure hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And it involves logic, word and all kinds of puzzles. But that's a bit, I find it that that's also a bit more geeky. But because I think after COVID, I mean, Wordle is the easiest one, right? So you can also start solving New York Times mini crosswords, or I'll send you India minis. That is better than, because New York Times has a lot of cultural references about the U.S. It's more for American audience, but that what Juhi said is really right. I mean, connecting the dots is something that will surprise you. How when you solve some clue, you'll wonder how did I relate both. How did it pop up in my brain? I didn't even think that I knew about it. So those are really interesting ones, and it's more of self improvement, self exploration in a way. And we're actually going to do some research also to see how brain works, because people solve it in different ways. For example, the spelling bee word flower is what we call, is like, so you can keep making different words, and then there is a pangram which includes all the letters in the flower. So when you see people, some people just look for the pangram, but others keep finding other smaller words. I mean, even in strands, right? I mean, you keep look whenever you see a word. I mean, you just want to do that, but some people look for the one that has to be in a specific path. So these are different ways brains work. But yeah, I would recommend solving puzzle day, any on any channel. It is very stimulating and satisfying.
There is another app, it's called
Huh.
cryptography.
Yeah.
So I could relate to the word flower that you're saying. So the cryptography has like a sentence from a novel, and they
Oh,
do the
right, right.
number, like how a Morse code works with the dots, and
Right,
here they
right,
do the
yeah.
numbers. So I usually solve the smaller words like the and, is, that, and then
Okay.
go to the larger words. It's very, it eats the brain. Like you don't hit
Right,
one word
right.
and you can't go to another one. So, and there is another one called monogram.
Huh.
It starts with a grid and then it has the numbers and you have to fill the squares and
Right.
it keeps increasing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's also quite fun. And
So there's, I mean, in UK, the similar one is code word, where each letter is associated with a number. So those are also fun to solve. They're very, you can crack them after some time. Once you find the mapping, you can
yeah,
do the
have
entire
fun.
grid. Yeah. Another one is Morning Brew. I don't know how many of you. It's a newsletter based um, uh, newsletter based business news outlet. I mean, very popular in the US. So they do something called, we help them to do decipher. That's the game. So there is a movie quote, and you just have to arrange the letters and you'll get the quote. So that is also fun one. Yeah.
Yeah, someone who likes the detective stuff or the military, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is like so interesting, and um, it, I'm just so floored that you've actually made a business case of something which is so intrinsic, and here you can see that it's a very complex kind of an application that you guys have been able to crack, like what you were talking about, across linguistic applications and
Yeah.
across industries, like
Yeah.
the domain expertise and all that. So I'm just going to hop on to the business part of it. Like, you have a freemium model that all of us can use, right? Is
Yeah.
that what it works?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And then you have the enterprise one. I'm thinking that when you go to the publishers
Yeah.
and all that. So I could see that when you were showing in the presentation that you work with those four verticals.
Huh.
Um, um, and so when people like us, say for example, when you're saying marketers, and we sort of recommend to, because that's the intersection point I see between Amuse Labs and retail design, that we design offline spaces, but increasingly our clients are asking us that how do I make my space fun, right? uh, my team is working on a
Hmm.
project like that, and that's how my mind was working, that why don't we, especially the brands that we design for younger people, which are more playful, why don't we introduce something like that? So I
Yeah,
would like to
yeah,
catch up with you and see that, how can we sort of promote, and some of them may not be very, maybe they can just use your freemium model for some time,
yeah,
and then you can
yeah.
sort of they can dipstick whether it's working for their customers,
Right.
and then extend. So
Yeah,
I think that's an opportunity. I think, Jaya, we should, Kirti, we
yeah,
should talk about that.
yeah,
Every brand that we work with, and games can be serious, or games can be non-serious and more fun, but they are games at the end of it. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, we had, everything for free, and
Huh.
then we realized, I mean, we had to make some money somewhere. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
so we are working on a. So what we started was, a self platform where people can come and uh, kind of, create these puzzles and pay some money and check them out. So let me just go to our website. So and these are all, a new thing. I mean, we had only enterprise plans before, but I mean, as you said, eventually to sustain we have to have a, like, business out of it. So we started this about less than a year ago, the professional plan, where, people who just want to, who have a blog, or, they sometimes want to use only once, so they could come and create these puzzles and use it. So that's the and there we see a lot of use cases. People use it for various kinds of things. And we are also do.
Yeah, so I was saying that,
Yeah, yeah,
when you're
like,
evaluating these
no, no,
labs,
that's correct. Yeah, I
huh,
mean, like,
but you should keep
let's.
it big. You
Yeah,
should keep
yeah,
it big.
yeah.
So if you have 99, you should have $9 as well. Let
Right, yeah,
people explore it for those $9.
yeah, yeah.
And when they find that and they want to use it regularly, they will go from 9 to 99. That's my understanding.
No, that's a good feedback. I mean, we actually um we are, yeah, looking into. I mean, that is my personal this thing as well. If you want to create a, like, for a birthday gift, some people like that. I mean, now, like, physical goods, you have so many things, but you want to be a different.
Yeah.
If your friend likes puzzle, like my colleague did it. Her mother was a Sudoku solver, so she created a series of puzzles for the entire family, solve it together, and at the end, the name they had to, her mother's name was the answer, and that came up.
Oh, oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so and you don't want to pay like $250 for that, right? Or
Yeah.
even $99.
Design ones. I remember with Diana, yeah, it was like a prompt based. And then I saw that they were doing an emoticon quiz, which would have a design related answer, like a famous building or
Oh,
a famous architect. Yeah. Give me some more examples. You guys have done so many. Mood board exercise. So these
okay,
are
okay,
our
nice. Yeah,
industry terms.
yeah,
These
yeah,
are the
right,
terms,
right,
these
yeah,
are things we make every day.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they would gamify
Interesting.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And but these are very physical games. So
Hmm,
there are
hmm.
teams and people are fighting with each other. You should hear the racket in our office when that happens. I think our neighbors would be like, what happens on every third Saturday? But the people who design it, they spend a lot of time planning.
Right, yeah, yeah,
I'm right, right? You sort of put all the things together. But I'm thinking that with something like yours,
yeah.
we can do like a very quick, you know, morning stimulation, and how's that to start a day kind of a thing, like, on a positive note. I know mornings are stressful, aren't they? We all go to work like, oh my god, today I have like 15 things to solve. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, this is another way to do it. I mean, it's not. These are like generic puzzles. I mean, if you want, we can also have, yeah, something that is, very design specific ones. So this is like the India Mini one. Let me just. So these are very
So we give the
rooted in.
clues and we give the. How does this work?
So this is, no, this is constructed by an expert constructor, but can we maybe we can solve this together. The first clue, one across is ode to joy. Sorry, I okay, dash to joy. So let's see. I mean, so there's there are emoticons. Actually, let me um, let me just
Parts of
what
parental
is this?
units.
So these
That
are
is
this
core
or this.
across.
Yeah. Oh, you want to do this?
Isolated is alone. ALONE. I'm thinking. Huh?
Which one? The
The
okay,
six.
the six across. So
I'm thinking. And parts of parental units. The word people come. And eight is somebody's picture. Who's that? Athlete and Arjuna awardee. Chauhan.
the,
What Chauhan? That's not Arjuna awardee. For sure. You want to Google?
actually, do you want to see his face? I mean,
Yeah, what?
actually, even I don't know who is this, but
Who
yeah,
is this
athlete
guy?
and Arjuna with Chauhan. Yeah. Let me see if there's a full screen here. Yeah, we should have full screen for this one. Yeah. Hmm.
Um,
Okay, let's do this one.
Parts of parental units.
I don't know this.
I don't know. Oh,
Oh, his. And I'm not sure if this is correct or not, whatever we have filled in.
okay.
So,
Yeah,
what you
that you
can do
don't
is
know.
we can
Poet
also do a
Khayyam.
check word. Yeah.
Omar. This is Omar Khayyam. OMAR.
Right. Yeah.
Omar Khayyam. Two down is who's this person?
Parts of
Sam
parental
Banerjee.
units. Is that? Oh. Oh,
Rajat
Rajat
Chauhan.
Chauhan.
That one is
Did you
Rajat.
Google? Or?
Yeah, yeah. We have all cheats here. We are all very good with. And then
Which one you want to pick? You pick.
three down. Three
Usually,
down
you want
is
to do yeah. There's some more letters. Yeah. These are the emoticons for what?
emoji. Is emoji. M and
Yeah.
I. And or
Nice.
both for short, yes. Etc. And nine across is criminal standard replaced by Bharatiya IPC, Indian Penal Code. Yeah. Now only this parts of units.
This is no
Five is
five
what?
down is easy.
Five down is photo. Snap. Moms.
Yes.
Yeah. Ah, cool.
So this is a fun one, like even my son who's a 12th grader now, he's been doing this. It's like he's working whole day studying, the JEE and all that. This is like a good distraction for him. So if he can, I would say just get started with this one because it has a lot of Indian context. It's
Indian mini.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
will send us a link.
yeah. I'll send you the
Yeah.
link. Yeah, yeah. There's also WhatsApp community, and there people like, oh, I solved in 55 seconds, and for me it doesn't take. It takes 2 minutes or something, but there are people who solve it in 50 seconds and all that. It's um
Oh, this is like super fun. We are happily rambling away. Do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to know?
yeah, anything about tech or anything else
Yeah.
also apart from puzzles.
We were thinking,
just,
Keith and I were thinking we will ask some B2B questions as well.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Okay, so maybe it could be a little vague one, but we in our industry when we go to a networking event, so we did the jigsaw puzzle and we have done a snakes and ladders puzzle. So something like that. It's like a marketing thing. Like say that we are here and then we do this apart from the usual regulars. How do we use these puzzles to kind of get into the direct sales mode?
Oh, okay. I think we had a use case where, I mean, this is again, as you said, this customer came just for a month where they used it in a conference in their booth. So they created these puzzles and they were giving the QR code out to everyone. And it was a kind of a contest mode, and they asked them to come back after some time. They ran it for some time, and then they gave away their whatever merchandise. So, and the puzzle was about was about their brand itself, educating people about their brand. So even if like just solving that, I mean, that quiz was not so great, but if you create a nice quiz about your what you want to convey to your customer, so when you go to these marketing events, you can have some people like prizes though. I mean, you have to say, I mean, there's a contest mode for this one. I mean, you can also make it a soft contest mode or whatever.
Oh,
So
there is a contest mode.
yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, because and it is a serious one. I mean, you can't cheat there, because the timer starts when you load the puzzle, and it is done all in the back end. And if you do Google, when your time will go down. So people, so that's one thing. But I mean, you can also make it fun. I mean, let them reveal or whatever.
We do these
But
giveaways we're going to show you. Santosh, you want to show it to her?
oh, these are the
These
oh,
are,
you
see,
have
we are offline people, no?
no, good. I mean, I love
actually,
offline jigsaws as well. This is
so we give an image, which is one
right.
of our projects. You should have
Oh,
a look.
nice, yeah.
So
Oh,
that's the image.
this I saw on the website. No, I
Yeah, you
saw.
would have seen
Yeah,
this
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
And then the
Oh,
the puzzle assembles.
where did you get this printed? I mean, done from?
Like we just laser cutting done this one.
Oh, okay. Can you do it with 3D printing or just laser?
Print it on the sheet directly.
Huh.
And then
So it's printed on this MDF,
Yeah.
and then it's laser cut because
Oh,
like
nice. Yeah.
thing.
No, we were actually thinking, we should have the physical versions of these also, because for jigsaw, it is something you want to feel it physically.
Yeah.
So we were thinking that we should actually do a physical versions also.
Yeah.
It's
You can see
oh,
that
that's
these ones
nice.
we
That's
did
really
earlier.
good too. So, do you give it out to
We just give
people,
it
or
to
it's
people,
like
but we don't know how. I think we don't know how to position it correctly. And we also made a Adityan. It's a all this Santosh does, and you made the snake and ladder game. So we made a snake and ladder
oh,
game
nice,
with
yeah.
our kind of things. Santosh, do you know where the snake and ladder game is? So
Oh,
that's
this is
the
really
kind-
cool.
and this one is very intense. Like
Yeah, these
it
are
takes
more
time.
pieces. Yeah,
It takes time for this one. So this was an earlier version we did, which was smaller. But we find that the intersection is very less. Uh,
Yeah, I mean,
of
jigsaw
people
has.
who like this also,
Huh.
and who are from our industry and would like to talk to us.
Oh, this is a good one to keep in your booth,
Booths,
right?
yeah, we do that.
Just
So the
keep it.
physical
Yeah.
ones.
See, I mean, jigsaw is something people. What we see is people. It's very high completion rate. It's once you start assembling it, your brain wants to finish it. You can't leave a jigsaw half solved.
Yeah.
You are always. That's a human nature. You want to put it together. So this is it's a very good.
This also.
Oh, okay, nice, yeah.
So this we sort of imagine
Wow.
that if you're a retailer
Yeah.
and you're wondering that if you're a retailer, here it's just like a fun thing.
Yeah.
What would make you go up and what would make you go down in a snakes and ladder game? So
Oh, interesting. This is really interesting.
yeah.
So you kind of made it.
So you can see, right? Like
cells,
if you have
cells, and then that's a ladder.
yes, and then
Then you come down. Yeah, if that happens.
if online sales come down, then
This
this
is
is
really
when you
fun,
go down.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did things like that.
And has that helped you with conversions?
So
or
Kirti,
So I wouldn't say it's not so many, but there were a couple of them who wouldn't understand the puzzle. They come and ask me like, "What is this?" And then I'll explain them. They'll be like, "Okay," and then they'll go back. And then there's someone who just comes, sees the image, and the thing that we do is we solve the puzzle. And we put one of the piece little away from it, and we say, "Find your missing piece," or "What is your missing piece?"
Correct,
So
correct. Yeah.
something is
Yeah.
like the interactions because it's a busy event and people are
Yeah,
always on the
yeah.
go, it's little
Ah,
difficult for us
correct.
to make
Yeah,
them stagnant in our
yeah,
booth and then get them going. But
yeah. So
I feel it's a
if you
good
have
one.
prizes,
Yeah,
prize,
yeah,
correct. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But if you have prizes, they will come because people, no matter what, even in the US, everyone has everything, but free stuff they love. Free is, like, and you make them do a little, know a bit more about retail design, and it will go into their brain and what else you want. Yeah, just a quiz, this quiz. I mean, the one we solved in the beginning can make it little more fun, and just even you can put it on your site also. They can. Yeah. So one this thing about our platform is, we all we do is, we are not a destination site. You don't see a lot of puzzles here, which we may in future, but it's all embeddable. So we give a code which can go into multiple websites, and multiple distribution platform. We're also building it for Slack and Zoom. Those integrations are also we are doing. So yeah, yeah.
Your platform has like a plugin kind of thing, so where other platform can use your plugin to make a thing. So that will be more easier. So person who doesn't know coding,
Yeah.
they could use your plugin so that you can just create your puzzles and
Huh.
crossword in their website.
Right. I mean, actually, why don't we just create one puzzle, together? I mean, it won't take time. Let's do a AI one itself, because that will give you an idea. I mean, for you to be a bit more, creative. I mean, I'm not saying you should use our platform per se, but
But you should say that. Yes, please use her platform.
no, no. What I'm saying is, this is like a fun activity in general. I mean, we can create whatever game you want. Which one?
What game should we pick
So
up?
these are those are the AI supported ones. That might be easier, but yeah, we can also try others. I mean, we can also, and I can show you PicDoku also. This might be an interesting one from. So here, whatever I can just say test for now. So what we also have made, there is a ready-made puzzle that you can use. It's like this map to easy, the easy Sudoku. So instead of, so here you pick a image, like it could be animals, alphabets, or like beach or birds,
Okay.
or a birthday, something like this. And so it will kind of give you these icons, and then you just say create game, and this is the actual solved puzzle. But when you actually solve this puzzle, so basically, it's yeah, you have to solve this. So each row will have to have unique icon, and
It's like
each
a set of
column, this is
numbers,
a
but the picture
yeah,
is
picture. Instead of numbers, it is a picture. So this is one with, where you can have, I mean, retail related images that you can give out. But so let's go back to the another one. We
So
can do
imagine
a
Bonomi having a flavor kind of a thing, or a coffee something, or something about their lifestyle, the customer's lifestyle, something like that. We should
so
recommend to
we
Richard.
can so we can also, I mean, we provide a, library of images, but the fun is, creating
We
it
can
with
upload ours.
yeah, yeah, you can upload yours. I don't have one to upload right now, but yeah, it can be any custom image. So here, yeah, you can add any, image here. You can upload, or if there's a link, you
What
can.
if we sort of upload
Can we get one
an
image?
architect's photo, or I'm just thinking.
Shall I pick that photo picture from your website?
Sure.
Uh, Where can I get it? I mean, this one, this is very, uh, oh, this is a, these are rotating this thing. It's, I don't know if I can find a photo here. This is a small one. It's good to have a high resolution picture. It's so, but I can show you the like libraries has pretty good ones. That is it. So
We reduce the resolutions for quick loading. Otherwise, it will take the loading down.
I lost this tab here.
Because she's picking up from the website. So otherwise, it will come.
Oh wait, yeah.
Someone saying
Sorry, I lost that tab.
We can use the platform and upload our own images. She's just.
talking about this. Someone is landing on our website and just taking a picture. If it is larger, it will make
It's the larger is fine. It is the resolution that is. It's all fine. You can see. If you find no problem, you can do it.
So you can take any like custom image, like Indian thali, for example. It's so and just you create. I mean, you can also specify the number of pieces you want to. So we pick based on the aspect ratio. We have picked 4:6, but you can add difficulty level here, and then the create the game, and now you have this. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you drag it and make the image.
Yeah, I mean, this is the jigsaw. It's already created now, so it's. Is there a reveal? Yeah, let me just reveal it. Yeah, this is solved.
Yeah.
So this is another one, and we can also try doing, the creating with AI. Can you, if you can give me a word or some text, we can do a quiz. We did cross. We can do a crossword. I mean,
Let's try crossword. Everybody will give one design related word.
No, I mean, yeah, you can give.
Yeah, we will do that. Let's try. Who will begin?
You want to do a word search or crossword then? You want clues or just finding the words?
I don't know. Whatever's easier to do.
Okay, yeah. Come up with some word on design.
Okay, give words. Varsha.
It could
One
be
word.
just say it.
bracket.
Design.
Concept. Identity.
Interesting. What is it? Strategy. Wow.
Then mood board, right? Somebody
Yeah.
said mood board.
Um,
MEP. MEP. Okay.
M. What is that?
MEP.
MEP
It's an abbreviation.
is an abbreviation. Give a full word.
No, but
Exploration.
I would suggest give shorter words. The yeah, explore is better because in crossword the grid becomes larger and larger, and you can't give sentences or phrase. Yeah.
Process. Land.
Wow, these are all design related ones. I'm
We
surprised.
use these
Yeah.
words all the time.
Okay.
I'm sure it overlaps with creative things.
Right.
What is
Yeah.
layout?
Prototype or proto?
Proto. You want to do brand. Align. As now we're doing the other axis.
So, I mean, let's see. I mean, I have given 15 by 15. It won't be, it can be small. 11 by 11 is better, I think. Okay, without title. So we are also going to have a chat interface where you interactively start creating these puzzles,
Okay.
so that you can
Like a bot.
iterate and remove
Ah.
this word, add this word,
Ah.
and all that. So it was able to place these words. So it added the clues on its own. No,
On its own, that's nice to style and
ba-
font and line.
steps to iterate is the one. Design idea is a concept. Color property it added on its own. You didn't say it, but yeah, based on the context, I told, I just gave instructions that all these words with relate to design. And the shape of the object. See, notice in crosswords you don't describe clues in sentence. It's always very short, but you know that it's but it has to be meaningful as well. So it's been trained to do all of that. um, Shape of the object, form it added. We didn't say form, right? It's blueprint. Do we plan? Do we use blueprint in design? Yeah. The So because I gave it 11 by 11, the words that we gave were not enough, because you have to have intersections in crosswords, right? So this is the thing it is doing. It is thinking on its own and coming up with additional words that are related to design, and it is also cluing them. Color shade, that is tone. Icon, symbolic image, look into, yeah, explore it, placed. Board, I divided that mood board into two words, so it only got board though, because that becomes, we could have tried with mood board as well. Maybe it's, if it's an important term, maybe we should use that. Uh, yeah.
But this is very nice.
But I think it shows, we can also further say, make it like a design of an office space, or a bit more. Design is like very generic also. And even for clues, what we do is, there's a big database of clues that are meant for crossword. So we train the AI to pick the clues, um, that kind of match that format. It's otherwise it used to come with big sentences, and in crossword there's a lot of I mean, it has to match. If it is a plural word, your clue has to be plural as well. I mean, it has to say that it is multiple objects, not just one object. And the tense, all those things matter. So it's been trained to do, pick the clues based on that.
How long did it take for you to train the AI? What kind of an exercise was that?
No, that took, like, I mean, because it's a very iterative process. We created a lot of puzzles and analyzed each one of them, and kept tuning. So we have an AI engineer who is doing that. So it was like, over a month, I mean, like 3-4 months project to train it. And I mean, AI is not, yeah, I mean, it's not out of the box for some of these things. It's it requires a lot of
Sometimes we wonder,
this thing.
that
Yeah.
what if you could train AI? I mean, we as
Yeah.
an I will speak for myself,
Hmm.
to do the adaptation project. Like, if you have like a small thing, say something like Siemens, not too complicated. What if you could train? So for small spaces, even humans can resolve it quite easily.
Yeah.
But if we could train for a particular, but what happens is, for in our industry at least, uh, every brand has different parameters. So unless one brand is opening like so many stores, or you have that much data to train it on, maybe for AVFRL or some of these brands where they have, say, Excite 1500 stores. If they're doing
Okay.
1500 stores, then you
And
could,
different sizes.
and
Yeah.
different sizes. But even after you train AI, you would still have to have human intervention, I feel. So
No, that is there, but if it can reduce your work in, and also, one thing I'm telling you, Juhi, you shouldn't think it using AI from your end product point of view. That is your, that is the
that
skill
is
you
our,
have. But these other things, that lead to that, the
Yeah.
other steps involved, that's where you can consider automation. I mean, we were also, I mean, this is on the front side, but
back end.
back end, there's a lot of work we do, right? I mean, you can uh, try to use AI and tools there. It could be just maintaining the spreadsheet, creating the spreadsheet automatically, or I don't know your workflow, but if you let me know, we can think about what can be, where we can use AI to automate the process. I mean, that has been super useful for us. Like last week, one of our he's a very bright engineer. What the project he did was, which I can't. I need to bring it. We have like 200,000 plus puzzles created on our platform, because the free version is there, right? I mean, the one I created, it's a free version. People come and create on various topics. But there have been proposals also, by the way, through crosswords. People propose to each other, and to my girlfriend, to my this thing, and also on their birthday or something. I mean, yeah, they ask.
Aditya, if you
And-
know about this in the newspaper, we are included a crossword, no?
and a wedding invitation about introducing the couple. So there are tons of those puzzles. So he came up with this tool that will we had no idea how to search them. So he built the puzzle search tool based on various criteria, based on the language, based on what feature it has used, whether it's AI generated or based on the topic. And now we are able to surface all of them. So we are working with uh, news organization called Radio Canada. It's a big Canadian radio plus news. So for them, I mean, there it's like French, Canadian French.
Yeah.
They all their crosswords, everything is in Canadian French. And by the way, our interface has like two at least 350 uh, messages that need to be translated into French.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Now, I mean, who will do that, right? I mean, who will translate these messages? So we have a script that will take given a message, it will translate it into 40 languages, or given 400 messages, it will translate it into Canadian French. And then I mean, of course, it has to be human edited. Then the editor went through all the strings and asked us to make suggestion. And now those came in a spreadsheet. How will you manually put them, right? Then you use AI to create a script, and that will just take this column and replace it with existing one. So it is helping us tremendously. I mean, all these
Physical
tools,
work,
physical work. I mean, so I would like you to identify. I can help you with that. I mean, identify this. Write down the task you do, the daily activities, and what can be automated is how we should use AI. That is yesterday. Actually, our marketing person gave a very good presentation on Zapier, using Zapier, how he's able to connect various things. Like I don't know, what do you use for internal communication, Slack or
we talk to each other. Literally.
I mean,
Otherwise we use
Juhi, you
WhatsApp
can
for,
also come and talk to our marketing person Nishant, and he has put I mean, we kind of know who comes to our website, tracking people, with HubSpot and all that. You might be using that, but also, and if they create a puzzle, tying in that data together. So, so what you can do is uh, internally, if, what's the best example in your? I don't know, how do you track your work? The what everyone needs to do. There can be.
we literally use Excel.
Right,
Literally
yeah.
use Excel. That okay, this is the weekly tasks, and this person is doing this, and this is the project, and the project has a. We also use MS projects.
Okay.
For timelines and all that. Yeah.
No, but if you can identify where your time is going away and the task that you don't like to do, I mean, that's where you use AI. Like, well, these are the things I do in my daily job, and that's the exercise we did yesterday. Like everyone will pick an item that they don't want to do, and then we brainstormed over, okay, how AI can help with this.
Sure. I think that's
So,
such a lovely idea.
Yeah. I mean, I can, if you can come up with that, we can do it over Zoom or something next time. And what can be automated, and it saves a lot of time. Your go to market is faster. Your I'm sure. I mean, you build. We have discussed this before, right? I mean, you build prototypes or whatever with the new. When you have a potential client, they are not even your client. I mean, we go through this
We
as
spoke
well.
about the pitch last time. Keep the suggestion in the leadership lab. Everybody had
Huh.
concerns. So we
Yeah.
were telling that you spend so much time creating a pitch.
Yeah, I mean, we also do that, by the way. I mean, in terms of customizing the puzzles, we spend a lot of time to so that it appeals to the client. And what, for example, I mean, for this, I didn't use that tool, but to customize it to a brand, there's something called brand fetch. That has all the brand colors and everything. So what we did was. So this is where I typed in retail and got
Yeah.
your this thing, right. So if I say, get me whatever, you want, jockey or retail, I don't know, or someone else,
No, no,
Tata
jockey's
or,
fine.
yeah.
So
So here, sorry, um, did I spell, I had spelled,
Jockey.
oh, this is your, this is how you spell, no?
Retail?
Huh.
Retale.
Yeah.
Design. Yeah.
Your, this one.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. So it gives me all the brand colors. Now you can, I mean, you use AI tools to kind of, get this automatically. I mean, this brand fetch has, APIs, and you tell AI, can you create something, get all the colors from it and put it in some other tool that you use. So these, manual things that copy pasting can be done by AI. If you're doing copy pasting work, think about that. So if you can come up with a list, and I can tell you what can be automated from technical point of view.
That exercise, like what are the repetitive things that we do?
Yeah.
I think right now, I mean, we have like a broad process, but literally at every stage we are iterating. So I think that's why we end up taking a lot of time. But that also gives a very, how do I say, very differentiated outcome. Otherwise, in our industry, the outcomes can be very similar.
No, no. I mean, the creative part, humans have to do. Humans have to do. But if there is anything that is,
administrative work.
yeah, administrative work also. Even
Imagine if you could bring down time on BOP. I don't know how. Or if Guru, to your work, to can like you have something every month. If that you could bring down, like between the two of you.
no,
Even
we are
Avia's
using it
work.
for, finance and everywhere. You like for Google Sheets, right? You can write app script. And it's hard to learn, for a non-programmer. But you go and ask ChatGPT, how do I? You just tell it the idea. Okay, I have this row, I have this column, I want it to be linked. Whenever something changes here, let it change. Also reflect here, and it will give you the steps, and that will, otherwise you have to manually reconcile things, right? So whatever workflows inside and running the business, that can also be now made easier.
On the business side, maybe not on the design side.
Yeah, I mean, you can try anywhere. Yeah, is what we are doing. We are doing it for customer success now. I mean, how can we, make it easier? I mean, so what we did was, we built a document chat bot. So we have very extensive document about, how to use the platform. I can bring it here. Sorry. Where did this dashboard? We have recently changed the favicon, so it's like I get confused. We went black and white. So this one, I mean, this is helping our customers a lot. I mean, I think chatbot is something you should have. Can someone give me some question about creating puzzles or whatever? I mean, give a don't say just how to create crossword, but something else.
Question
Or
about puzzles?
that is also fine. I mean, whatever question. How do I brand my puzzle? Okay. I mean, this is, our customers are using day in and day out. And this is, yeah, I mean, there are out of the box solutions also. You can use that. I mean, chat base is one of the things we are using, just testing it out on the website. but you have to give it, the document, and it will extract, the answers from you. And it gives you a step by step, how to do it. I mean, so it's this is called, like prompt engineering in a way. I mean, you have to tell AI what to do, what not to do. You have to be, it's like a child teaching a child, and then it will produce the results you want. So when this has been really helpful for us, when people ask, oh, what is the meaning of this analytics, what is this, even in the billing or whatever. So we ask them, ask this chatbot, because otherwise it's like multiple number of emails, and we work across time zones, right? It's really hard for us to help them. So it tells you, like, you can combine the visual elements, and there's a series branding, individual puzzle branding, and how to implement it also, and what are the in which plan, what features are available, and it gives the references within our documentation. So if you have a FAQ for,
Yeah.
for the
I was just
website.
thinking, if you had like a bot for FAQs, the standard questions that we hear, and the questions that we hear each time, that people should be
Yeah,
able to just get it off
get
the
it on,
website.
yeah, on their own, yeah.
It will free up your time to do other things.
So we have a chatbot, we have it everywhere, you can ask it any question here, it will uh, it will tell you, yeah.
Nice.
So
I think, I mean, I'm getting a lot of ideas.
yeah, I mean, I think it's a good exercise for the company to write down all the tasks that you don't like doing on a daily basis, and where, that has to be predictable. One thing, AI needs predictability. It can't, that's why it's not creative that way. So that's why, I mean, we can still make business and live.
Yes,
Otherwise, if it does
still
everything,
relevant.
it is, by the way, it is scary also, the kind of things it is doing. It is scary, that is a different topic, but it's a good exercise to go through your pain points, in your regular job. What is painful, and
Yeah.
I can help
in
you
a
with
regular
that. It's
job,
like,
there'll be like a million things painful.
yeah, yeah,
And they'll be different for different people.
yeah,
That
different
also
for
is
different
true.
people. Yeah, yeah,
Because some people enjoy doing something.
yeah, yeah.
So it's a very personal thing also. But it's very real. We are supposed to do so many activities. Wish we could do some.
No, I mean, you
fewer.
can think in terms of, delivering your business, where you're wasting time, where do you think you're wasting time, that can be automated.
Yeah. Great. I think it's almost one,
Wow,
and it
yeah.
was like a really a relaxed conversation. Any questions? We will take last couple of questions if there are any questions. Yes. So great. Next. You said like yeah.
Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. So thank you being with us for the Tales Retale, and a big thanks to Jayman, because in a small span of time we contact you and you said agree, and this kind of knowledge sharing, it's helpful for us to rethink or recollect all the memories and help us to improve our like day-to-day life as well as in the application in our work. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you everyone for organizing the Tales and Retake. Thank you. And
Thank
before
you, thank you.
concluding, we love to give you a like a small gift from outside.
Yes. Always.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you for coming, and thank you for making time on a Saturday morning.
No,
I know that this is like
thanks to you. I was actually, I met with Nilansh yesterday. I said, Julie made me like come today. Otherwise, I would have kept it for later.
I
But
said if you can
because
come this Saturday, just come. You know, that's what I know it was a very
yeah,
short notice.
yeah.
But
because yeah, I mean, I could get more relevant examples. That was the only thing, but
This
it's
was
fine.
really useful.
Yeah.
Maybe we will have you over with a bigger audience at some point in time. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, all this much. I mean, what
Yes,
all
we
this?
have to
It's
do
like
this
okay,
much.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It looks beautiful. I love plants, and your office is
Yeah.
full of plants. It's
Yeah, I
nice.
know we were in an independent house earlier, and the one thing we didn't want to do was leave our plants. So,
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah, that's how
yeah.
it was. Thank you for coming. We'll help you put this down, and there'll be some
Okay.
snacks. So, that is a very essential part of what we do. Eat. Yeah.